Hello and welcome to another episode of Media Munchers. I'm Mathian,
And I'm Adrian.
and it's good to be back, Big Apple. We have taken a long-deserved hiatus because we were in Canada. Eh?
Yep.
How did you enjoy it, man? How did you?
Dude, it
It's your
was
first
awesome.
time, right?
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful. I missed the weather already. We went for a walk last night with the dogs, and that's the only time you can walk a dog in Texas. And the humidity was there, and I was just like, I'd rather be somewhere cooler, but it's fine. It's all right, man. It's all right. So we got some news to start out today, and then followed by a trailer. It's all about Mr. Keanu Reeves for the first half of this podcast, but that's all right. I got a headline for you, Big Apple. It says Keanu Reeves will star in Devil in the White City, series adaptation for Hulu. It's produced by Martin Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio. This will be the first major U.S. TV role for Keanu Reeves, according to this headline. So I'm reading on IGN, reading a little bit more about it. The Devil in the White City: Murder, Magic, and Madness at the Fair That Changed America is a 2003 nonfiction book by Eric Larson. It's set during the 1893 Chicago World Fair, and it tells the horrific true story of serial killer D.H.H. Holmes and Daniel H. Burnham, a world-famous architect, and how their lives weave together. I mean, off the cusp, but I'm just like, wow, this is such a Keanu role to take. I mean, they haven't specified what role he's going to be playing, of course, or anything yet, but like just the story, I'm like, yeah, that tracks with some of his past record, stuff like that. Is he really, like, what shocked me is that he's never been in a major U.S. TV show role before. He's purely movies. Like, Keanu's only been in movies, according to this.
That's all I know.
That's all I know him from, too. But I've never thought about it like that. Like, you think of people interweaving between the two back and forth like nothing. It's just weird.
Right.
Do you feel like he's always been too big for TV, or like in the past, or do you
I don't
think
know.
it's
I mean,
just a
he used to
reason?
be, like, he used to be a small role kind of guy, I guess.
Sure, but like roles, like in movies, like, you know what I mean? I've never seen him gone, like literally he's never been on a TV show. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
And what's even
I don't
more
know.
interesting to me is that Scorsese and DiCaprio are executive producing this. Like, what's going on? Like, I don't know anything about the story, but it's just a weird thing to see those two names like producing something that Keanu's going to be in. So something to watch out for. Apparently, it's going to Hulu, which I still need to get. But I'm tentatively looking forward to this. Did you know that I'm reading further in this IGN thing? Did you know that he also wants to play Batman, according to IGN News?
Oh, he still does?
I guess.
Because he was the animated Batman.
Right. I just learned that for Super Pets.
Yeah, for Super Pets.
I still haven't seen that. But most recently, Reeves has expressed interest in playing Batman in a live-action film after voicing the Cape Crusader in League of Super Pets. He's also expressed interest in joining the MCU. So it's just like, okay, he'll get to that when he gets to that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not exactly on good terms with the MCU right now. Hopefully the DC can pull it together for their 10-year plan, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
How do you feel about that while we're on the topic?
What, the MCU?
No. We can get into that later. No, the 10-year plan that we're talking about that we've seen in headlines for DC, and them trying to pivot towards a more MCU-like model.
Who is it that took over?
It? I don't know if it's official yet, but last I heard it was going to be Greg Berlanti, since he had the whole Berlanti.
I think that was rumored. I don't know if
I don't know if it's official. But that CEO is making moves over there at DC, and they're cutting a lot of stuff. I think HBO Max is, as we know it, is not going to be around for much longer too, because it's merging with Discovery.
But they are keeping Peacemaker.
Yeah, and the Batman shows, I think, are still in the works too. I don't think those have been canned. So it's interesting that there's, on the surface, they're trying to respect and try and like put more effort towards their DC properties, because for a long time it's kind of like, yeah, whatever. DC. So that's interesting. What do you got for me, Big Apple? Are we doing more news, or you got a trailer for me yet?
Yeah, let's do the John Wick trailer.
Okay, let's whip that out real quick. Wow. You ready, Big Game?
Dude, I'm ready.
Yeah. No. For as much as people can kind of poop on the ultra violence that is John Wick.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing, and they're doing it right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm never not entertained when I go there. I remember at 3, what I remember of it was like, whoa, like it was turned up to 11 because it was just like nonstop, just violence. I was like, oh my god, it's kind of getting a little excessive. But they still had a semblance of a storyline, and so that kept me interested. But where they're going here, like, not even you can kill everyone, John. How do you feel about them hinting at that his time's coming to an end? Do you think he's gonna meet his match in this one, or?
Well, I think at some point he kind of has to, right?
Right.
In order for the stakes of the story to be there.
Sure.
So yeah, I think like Donnie Yen, he's gonna pose a pretty big threat for him. And I like how they're getting creative with the way that they're fighting.
Yeah.
Like they're including nunchucks and archery,
Yeah.
and then Donnie Yen with his sword. Like
Dude, that whole part, I was like,
it's gonna
what
be
am I
amazing.
watching? This is crazy.
Yeah.
I like the I was like, who is that? Kate Bishop? We doing crossover now? Like, I just see someone getting tackled and getting like a bow through the
Yeah, yeah.
chest or something, or an arrow rather. But yeah, the sword thing had me geeking because I know they have bulletproof vests or suits. They established that, but it was just weird seeing two dudes like 5 feet from each other blast each other and like hold a sword up to parry bullets or something.
Yeah.
It was just weird, but I
Yeah,
loved
it's
it. I
dope.
love how over the top it is, and it's just gonna. I'm excited for it. 2023, it looks like. Was it later? I didn't catch the date.
March
March?
24 or something.
Oh,
I don't know.
24. Let me just go my history real quick. I'm just
Is that what it
curiosity's
says?
sake. Curiosity's sake. Hold on. I'm just gonna skip to the end. John Wick. March 24th, 2023.
Wow, I was right.
We said 2024, but March. You're right on March.
Yeah, March. Wait, what day?
March 24, 2023.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I have it on tape. We'll see. We'll see what you said. We'll see what you said, big guy. But anyway, yeah, you got March correct, so we're good. We're good to go then. Let's go. Boo. What is this? What do you got for me here?
Oh yeah.
What is
so
this article, man?
Giancarlo Esposito,
Mm-hmm.
from Breaking Bad and
From numerous things,
yeah,
from The
so much.
Boys,
The Boys.
from,
There we go.
from so many things. He's a great actor.
He's now expressed interest in playing Professor X, and apparently he's had talks with Marvel, and he was gonna be Kang in Loki.
Dude, I'm sorry, but I would have liked to see him as Kang.
Right.
I just would have. Jonathan Majors, nothing against them. And granted, that take we saw in Loki isn't going to be his character going forward. That was just a take on him.
A version.
But
yeah.
I just would have loved to see. Could you imagine like Esposito doing that take and then like going into a different version of Kang? I don't know. I've seen more of him, so I like him more. I'm biased, but
right.
But I really like him. It would have been cool to see that. But I think they want someone around for a minute and
yeah,
like someone more agile, I guess, to beat people's ass. I don't know. We'll see.
Probably.
But anyway, it doesn't
it's
matter.
Probably a more physical role.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. But still, for Professor X, I mean, I think he would kill it. It's interesting because unless they do something nuanced with that take, I've only seen him in bad guy roles. That doesn't mean he's typecast forever. He can do whatever. But it's just gonna be it's gonna be weird to me seeing him play someone who's good, or maybe they'll play the moral ambiguity up and like the tortured Professor X.
Yeah. Because McAvoy, he was kind of like that.
He was
some
like dark,
like gray areas that he would go to.
Yeah, but I know he could take it further. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to that for sure.
Yeah.
So that's so cool. How long has that news been out? I feel like I've heard murmurs
I think
of
a couple
that,
weeks.
Couple weeks. That's pretty cool. Is it official yet, or is it still just rumors and talk?
Still just talks. I think he's trying to get the ball rolling.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Got to do a 5-picture deal for Professor X, or maybe more. Because you know what I'm interested in knowing is if they don't completely crash and burn the ship in the next 10 years, are they gonna do X-Men like every other property like separate, or is there gonna be tons of crossover? Are we gonna be getting like street level stuff like next to Defenders in New York, or like are we gonna keep it like they have their own little thing, they're in their own little mansion, and they do what they want until it's Avengers time? You know what I mean?
Man, I don't know.
There's so many of them.
I feel like there's potential for like a bit of both.
Yeah,
like them to have their own separate thing going on, and them intermingling to set up the larger story.
Yeah, and they still have to fold in Fantastic Four at some point.
Yeah,
and like how much do they intermingle?
And apparently that's not going to be an origin story.
Why would it? I think we've seen it
a
few times now.
Yeah.
But you know what's weird though? It's like the whole not an origin story thing. We've seen that a couple times. Where do we pick up with them? Like, oh hi, we've just kind of been here for a while.
Yeah.
Hi, now we're gonna help. You know what I mean? Like, how long have they been? How long have these had these powers? And
they have to figure out something.
They're gonna have to
explain.
I think they're gonna do the whole like multiverse. Like, oh, we just happen to come from another one, and now we're here. Like, they can do that whole spiel.
Maybe. I mean, Ant-Man's coming out, and maybe they're gonna be teasing that.
Oh,
and they're like stuck in the quantum realm or something.
Always quantum with Ant-Man. I'm so tired of it.
Quantum
mania. Quantum this, quantum that. I had a quantum breakfast this morning. It was pretty small. All right. Well, we should take a small break, and then we should get into that Bullet Train review.
Yeah.
All right, man. So Bullet Train, starring many people, including Brad Pitt as Ladybug, Joey King as Prance, Aaron Taylor Johnson as Tangerine, and Brian, I don't know how to say his middle name. Tyree Henry? Cool, as Lemon.
Yeah, Tyree Henry.
Cool. And Andrew Koji as Kimura. It goes on and on. There's a lot of people. Michael Shannon's in it, which that was a nice cop out at the end. I didn't know. Or not cop out, but fake out. I didn't see him coming at all.
Yeah. Yeah, there were a lot of like
There was a lot of big names in it,
cameos.
and cameos too.
Yeah. Channing Tatum.
Yeah, of course. He's just been popping up and stuff like that. Like even
Yeah.
what was the thing? Free Guy. He was just kind of like a
Yeah.
small character, just doing whatever. He's just having fun, man. I haven't seen like him.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
Another
we'll
one.
talk about Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. We'll get into that. But anyway, Bullet Train. The premise is this: Ladybug, played by Brad Pitt, is an unlucky assassin determined to do his job peacefully after one too many gigs have gone off the rails. Fate, however, big thing in this movie, Fate, may have other plans, as Ladybug's latest mission puts him on a collision course with lethal adversaries from around the globe, all with connected yet conflicting objectives on for the world's fastest train. The end of the line is just the beginning of this nonstop thrill ride through modern-day Japan. So directed by David Leitch, who you said was one half of...
Yeah, he's one half of the directors of John Wick.
Nice.
Yeah.
All of them, or just like one of them?
I'm pretty sure all of them.
Cash Money.
Yeah.
Written by Zach Olawick, that's the screenplay, and Kotaro Isaka. That's based on the book by. I didn't know it was a book. That's cool. We told you about the stars already. So yeah, basically it's just, as the description says, it's just like a nonstop thrill ride. It's funny watching the script give you the background, right? And like the movie gives you the background, but like we have to keep getting a reason why Ladybug, Brad Pitt, can't get off this train. He's trying to exit like throughout the whole movie.
Yeah,
and he just can't for some reason or another. I love it. Sandra Bullock as the lady in his ear. That's another big celebrity we kind of saw at the end in Ladybug's ear. She's like his handler.
Right, yeah.
There's a lot of big names.
She was in the trailer though.
Oh, she was?
Yeah,
I didn't watch.
she was.
I don't remember that part of the trailer. I remember not liking the trailer. That's what I wanted to get into.
Well, yeah, it was very like jarring watching it.
I didn't get what the point was. It just kind of seemed like, here are all the jokes, and here's our flashy movie.
Mm-hmm. I watched it after watching the movie, and it worked better.
Well, yeah, knowing the context.
Like understanding the context.
Yeah, but without it didn't do a good job of selling me. I was like, okay,
yeah,
Brad Pitt's in it. That's it. And I think that was a huge selling point, and we'll get into that. But I disliked him in the trailer. He seemed too old to play a part like this, and I just didn't buy him as a character. Like, I settled into it in the movie because it was really well done, but I was just like, eh. But this awful taste, thankfully, was quelled when I saw the film. I mean, did you like the Tarantino vibes? That I got that from this movie, like the editing, the dialogue.
Yeah, it was also like the director of Sherlock Holmes. With
Downey,
Robert Downey Jr.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
What's his name?
Let me pull it up. It's the same director, isn't it, David?
No, it's not David Leitch. It's
you talking about the cinematographer, or who are you talking about?
No, the director of Sherlock Holmes. Like what's his name?
I'll look that up. But what about him? Tell me about him.
Like this. Wait, what were you asking? The cinematography.
I'm said from
the
cinematography, from the editing, the cinematography, and the dialogue. They're like Tarantino-esque vibes. That's how I'm saying.
Yeah, it was a lot like what's his name?
The director is
the
Paul
director, his style.
Oh, his style.
The director of Sherlock Holmes, his style.
That's the wrong Sherlock, by the way.
What?
I gave you the wrong Sherlock.
Robert
Sorry.
Downey Jr.
The director is Dexter Fletcher.
That's not it.
That's the third one. We're off the rails. Let's go. Game of Shadows. Hopefully it's this guy. Is it Guy Ritchie?
Guy Ritchie. There we go.
Dude, it's not my fault. There's like 20 Sherlock Holmes on IMDb. All right, there's too many. There's way too many.
Sure.
Wow.
Wait, there's a third one?
Yeah, there's a third one. It's in production, I think.
Are they? Is this in production? I don't think.
It says pre-production. Sorry, not production. My apologies.
That's all right.
Directed Dexter Fletcher. Writers Chris Brancanto and others. But they're getting Jude Law back and getting everybody else back. That's cool.
Hope so.
Should I hope, right?
You think Robert Downey Jr. is gonna do it?
Yeah, he's already casted.
He needs the money.
He does not need the money. He does. What has he been spending his money on?
He needs it for his career.
What has he been?
The success.
No, would you call?
No, don't put it this.
No. I think we should. It's funny.
No.
Okay, even if we don't, let me argue with you. What about that one movie he did? Was it Dr. Dolittle or some crap? Dolittle?
Yeah.
That bombed.
Yeah, it did bomb. Exactly. He needs like.
Oh, you think he needs like a comeback or like
something? He needs something other than Marvel.
That's fair.
Yeah.
He's a good actor. He needs to do more like maybe he needs to do like a drama. Did you see him in that one where he what is it called? It's when he has a dad and he like shits himself all the time.
Oh, dude! No, wait, not dude.
No. The judge or some shit. The judge.
Oh right.
The judge.
Judge.
Is it just called Judge?
I think so.
So stupid. But anyway, yeah, with Robert Downey Jr. Right?
Yeah.
Robert. No, I have to know what it's called. The Judge.
The Judge. Okay.
Let's get it right, big. The Judge. Robert Duvall.
Yeah, that was supposed to be good. It just didn't like
It was
do well
good,
in
but
the box office.
it wasn't a horrible movie by any stretch. It was just it's just dramatic and a strange family thing. We're getting off the rails here, but literally, let's get back to Bullet Train. Back to Bullet Train. Anyway, long story short, I like the style a lot, and the dialogue wasn't awful.
Yeah.
I after a certain point, I did get tired of the Thomas the Train stuff, but they made it work.
I enjoyed it for the most part because
no,
it helped like build the
character.
Yeah, build the character and the relationship between the brothers.
Sure did. It sure did. No. I didn't hate it by any stretch, but like after the 8th reference, like in the middle of the movie, like 2/3 through, I was like, all right, we get it, man, we get it. And then it became relevant by the end with the whole diesel thing. So I was like, all right, full circle. You paid it off. I'll let it slide. I love the Tokyo neon aesthetic, but then again, who doesn't? It's just pretty to look at. Everything was sleek and like high tech. That train could have like gone to space, I feel like. Did you like the murder mystery, like layer/onion? Like who's this assassin and where did they come from and what's their backstory, real quick? Did you like all that?
I did and I didn't because the mystery kind of wasn't like in the story. It was just kind of told as the story went on.
Oh, I see. So it wasn't
like, it wasn't really like something for us to investigate ourselves throughout the story.
Okay.
It was just kind of like presented to us.
Like here's another fake out, and like so and so is this, and so was that. I feel like
so in some ways like it worked because like the gimmick still was like fun to watch and but it wasn't like something that you had to think about.
I can see that
just given to you.
That's fair. I can see if someone wasn't invested in the aspect of the story, they'd be like, "There's too much going on with who's this dude and his daughter, and like who's this big bad, and who are these relationships." But I think like we were talking about later is that the point is like, don't worry about it. Just you're here for it. Things happen. People die. I loved how life wasn't that sacred.
Right. Yeah.
In this movie, like people just died. Whatever. Like the whole poison thing. This movie told a lot of different stories in a short amount of time, and it was all mostly satisfying and all mostly landed. Like it was really elaborate at building this crazy backstory, this world, that we're living in.
Yeah,
and then kind of resolving it by the end for the most part. So I thought that was interesting. I like the Ryan Reynolds cameo because I was preaching from the start. I was like, he needs to be in. Why isn't he playing Ladybug? And then you told me your little theory. You want to get into that?
Yeah. That like it's kind of supposed to be satirical, like that. Ryan Reynolds would normally get this role, but Brad Pitt is filling in for him, just as in the story was told.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I thought that was I was like, that was beautiful. I was like, oh, all right, you got me there, movie. You got me there.
Now, I don't know if maybe like Ryan Reynolds had this role and like there was some scheduling conflict.
I don't know. I couldn't say.
Maybe like
that would be funny if it was though.
Right.
Like, what if the stars
and then
really
they just kind
like
of wrote it into the script?
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then while Brad Pitt's character was like a strong glue to the story, he seemed and was unkillable the entire movie, and so it was really odd considering how many people died around him. But I guess that's just plot armor for you. And he's a big name. Why would you kill him? Right. But by the end of it, I was like, all right, this guy's kind of goofy. Like he's like, oh, fate this, fate that, and he's just kind of like supposed to be affable and like, haha, like we're happy he survived. Like, are we? Like, it's whatever. Whatever. I enjoyed the ride. It was just like, are we?
Yeah.
I feel like we didn't know much. I wish we could have learned a little more about why he chose to do this the way he did. Like we got a hint of it back in whatever that country was, where he got shot twice by Lemon or Tangerine.
Right.
About how he doesn't like violence and he doesn't mess with guns anymore and all that. But we never saw like that breaking point.
Was it like Bangladesh?
I could not tell you. Barbuda. I don't know. Some Latin place. I thought maybe.
Yeah.
Barbaros?
It was like in a garage or something.
It was in a parking garage. Yeah.
Parking garage.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't know either.
How did you like Bad Bunny?
he was okay for like his role, right?
Yeah,
and, like,
they killed him off pretty quick. They're like, yeah, he's not an actor. Just kill him off real quick. But it was fun. Like I liked his little personal vendetta against Ladybug or whatever, and like how he went to the ends of the earth to find him.
A lot of the story was told like backtracking.
Yeah.
Like it was told in reverse. Like they would set up the characters, and then everything about them was told in
like a
flashbacks.
Yeah. The sequences were done really well, and it was pretty concise. There was a lot of showing and not as much telling. There was telling too, but like
a lot of it was
a lot of it, and then it was faster because you're picking up. Okay, I know what that means. I know how you should feel.
Right.
Okay, big moment. Oh, she died. Oh, okay, he's mad. Like we get it. We don't need a drawn out scene for that.
Yeah.
And I like the pacing for that because like while it was like you said, we have to do a flashback. It was it was fun to watch, and you got the point. You got where people were coming from, and that was it. You're caught up. It's like okay, cool. And for a movie like this, that works. You know what I mean? We don't have to spend like 5 movies setting up to this train. Now we're here. We're here in the train. People gotta do stuff. we're doing it. I liked it. It kept me more engaged. I don't know, but I don't know. I enjoyed that. What else? What observations, stray observations, likes, dislikes did you have?
Oh, did you understand? Was Michael Shannon supposed to be Russian? Because his accent
Apparently,
faded in and out,
yeah, it was just
and
vaguely.
like there was a point where it wasn't the camera wasn't facing him, uh, but he was in frame,
Mm.
and you could tell it wasn't his voice, and he was speaking Russian. Or at least
Oh,
for me, like it
yeah.
didn't seem like his
Maybe
voice.
that's why he wore a mask the whole first part. I don't even think that was his body. I'm pretty sure it was a body double. Well, I mean, he was
Yeah,
younger.
maybe I don't know.
Like when he's fighting to get to the top of whatever Yakuza family that was.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was interesting. I don't know. I didn't buy him as Russian, but I was like, whatever. They wanted a big name, so they got a big name. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Why
yeah.
couldn't they get like a Dolph Lundgren or someone like that? That would have been fun.
That would have been better.
Yeah, a lot better.
Yeah.
I don't know why they didn't, but they should have. What else do I got here? I already. No, we already went over that. That little satire. Did you like the product placement?
Oh, the Fiji water.
Did you like it?
It was okay.
I thought it was goofy that we had a.
Yeah, it was
the
goofy.
water bottle had its own like backstory.
Yeah,
I was like, what the hell?
it was
But-
a bit much, but
But it worked, I guess.
it kind of worked.
You know, because it was in the same vein as every other
as
character in the
everything else.
movie. I like shout out my girl Kimiko getting I should probably know her name, but her being like
It's funny how
assistant
she
lady.
actually didn't have like an action role.
which was weird to me
Yeah.
because she can do action. Don't know. We'll get maybe the sequel, Big A. You think there's gonna be a sequel to this?
Well, she died, didn't she? Or
Oh, probably when the whole train.
with the train.
No, but
derailed.
didn't everyone successfully get off?
I don't know that she was one of them. I don't know.
Well, listen, we'll bring her back to life. Stranger things have happened. So that's fine. What else you got for me, Big Apple? What else did you like or dislike about Bullet Train?
I don't know.
Did you like the amount of plastic surgery Sandra Bullock had at the end and the makeup?
Did she have a lot?
It sure looked like it. That Michael Jackson nose. Let me tell you, I'm not
I
gonna.
was
do
paying
this.
attention.
Okay, hold on. There was a weird part.
Into it.
Before being ageist, there was a
Uh-huh.
weird part at the end where it was like the golden hour, and it was like towards the finale of the movie, and I think Brad Pitt was on his knees and like had a gun to his head or whatever, and he was like, "It wasn't me, man." Like they had
Oh right.
a
yeah.
little Snapchat filter that didn't go all the way. It was supposed to be his underbags, like his eyes, like the wrinkles, but it didn't go all the way. It went like here, and like there was still like wrinkles under here. And I was like,
I didn't even
"What is
know.
this CG, bro?" I know. I was just it was really weird. I'm not gonna include that either, but yeah, I mean it works. It's over the top. It's stupid. I mean, there's no way Ladybug should have survived that final crash where it crashes for like 20 blocks and destroys countless apartment buildings and homes.
Yeah.
That train
Did you think it made sense for Lemon to
live through
the
the falling on
drinking the water with the like what they didn't ever really like specify like what it was about.
It was implied that it was like a barbiturate or some sort of heavy sleeping agent. That's
Oh,
what
just
it was.
sleeping agent.
It was that's
Oh,
what it was.
I thought it was supposed to kill him.
No. He wanted to knock him out so he can go do stuff without
Oh,
being.
okay.
That's what Ladybug had a line about that. He's like, and Sandra Bullock was like, only put a little bit. He's like, I always know how to dose it. He pours the entire
Right.
dose in.
I thought like that would lead to him dying. Like that's what they were implying.
No. It was him knocking him out, and it worked because
Yeah.
he gets whatever, he faints, and then they shoot him, but he's wearing the bulletproof, and like there's just all these
Right.
fake outs, and I'm like, I think it was sad because like it was pretty
Okay,
strong.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. I'm glad I filled you in on that little plot hole. But
It was funny how Tangerine though he was able to jump onto the train.
I know. I was like,
That,
all right.
that's a bit much
I was like, all right.
for how
you
fast
did.
a bullet train goes.
I know. And then
Yeah.
let alone climb it and then bust through the window.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, dude. The wind is whipping you off and you're just falling on the tracks. There's no way. But it's a movie. We know. So, shout out to to the daughter. What was her name again?
The young
Joy
girl?
King's character, Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah, Prince. She had a strong entrance. She was like, "Oh, I'm the MC of this film, bitch." And I was like, "Damn, okay." But it was
that
cool.
was literally the line.
That was literally what she
Yeah.
said. I mean, not MC, but she's like, "Oh no,
Right,
I'm the
right.
main character." Like she said something to that effect.
Yeah.
She's like, anyway, it was just weird. I was like, "All right, cool," but it was a strong character, and like, it was crazy by the end. It was just like trying to get her dad's attention, and how that kid that was tied in, it was like that Russian son or whatever was like the fuck up.
Right.
Like they always had to bail him out and stuff.
Right.
I like how all that family drama was tied in.
What's that guy's name? Logan Lerman?
Lerman. Yeah, Logan Lerman.
Logan Lerman.
The son, yeah. Logan Lerman.
Yeah.
Desi Beats as the Hornet. That was fun. That little
All right.
that little poison death, and you bleed out your eyes.
Yeah, and that was another joke that worked better in the movie
Yeah,
rather than in the trailer.
for sure it did. Yeah, because
Yeah.
you understand what's going on. Karen Fukuhara, that's the concession girl, Kimiko.
Mm.
That's her name. Gotcha. There's a lot going on here, but it was fun. I think I got a 7.5 out of 10 on IMDb because people weren't as appreciative as I was. But to me, I saw it as like just mindless summer fun, and that's how I ingested it, and it was just fun. It's a popcorn flip, Don't think too much. Turn your head off. So I enjoyed it. Give it a watch, Mikey, if you haven't watched it already. All right, what do you think?
You think it's worth a sequel?
It depends on what they do with it. All the fun big names have died here, and if I'm honest, I'm not really excited to see what Ladybug does. But if he gets on like a bullet plane or something with Ryan Reynolds and a bunch of people, that could be fun. I don't know.
I wonder what the next like
What could they
level would
do?
be.
Do they have to go to a boat? Bullet boat?
Underwater
Speedboat?
train?
Submarine?
Something.
Subway?
It has to be fast.
Nah. Speedboat or rocket ship? Just gonna dead people in space. That'd be interesting. But shit, it's good to be back. That's our review of Bullet Train. You got anything else, Big Apple?
No, I think it's.
All right, for Media Munchers, I'm Matthew.
And I'm Adrian.
And this is Mikey. Say bye, Mikey. The camera's there. Oh, I guess it wasn't. Anyway, later, y'all.